We are back in the kitchen, and nothing will beat the heat like a nice, refreshing summer salad. And we have 3 great ones to share with you tonight. Now, they have one thing in common. There's not a single leaf of lettuce in any of these.
That's right. We like lettuce, but we just want to give some other produce a chance to shine in these recipes. The first one we're making is a Panzanella. That's a classic Italian bread salad, and the key is fresh ripened tomatoes. This is my rites of passage. Summer is here when the homegrowns are here, and I can make Panzanella. I've got 4 chopped tomatoes. I'm going to add those to my bowl. I just cut these into about an inch piece, and I want every bit of juice and seed. That kind of helps dress the salad. To that, I'll add some slivered red onions and some fresh basil. And this salad really is all about tomato and basil, so don't skimp on that. And there's some recipes you want a nice little chiffonade of basil. For this one, it's definitely more rustic, so just take them in your hands and rip them into pieces. Kind of releases all the oils. There we go. Now, we're going to dress the salad with a really simple vinaigrette, just red wine vinegar, olive oil, and lots of garlic. And now for the bread. Traditionally, Panzanella is made with stale, day-old bread. For this recipe, we took a Dierbergs bakery baguette and toasted it lightly to really bring out the flavor. Now, the toasting you can do in advance, but you definitely want to add it to the salad closer to serving time so the flavor's the very best. Just toss that together. You can just season to taste with a little bit of salt. The salt always makes the tomatoes taste even a little bit sweeter. A little bit of black pepper, and you're ready to taste your salad. Take a little bit. I'll share with you later.
Okay, I have to wait, huh?
Have to wait just a little bit.
All right.
Some of the bread, as it sits, it soaks up every bit of the red wine vinegar and the garlic.
I hear crunch. Must be good.
But that's the best part. At first it's a little crunchy and then it gets a little softer. It's wonderful. Honestly, this to me is summer. Absolutely the taste of summer.
Now, this would be great with a barbecue, and when you get into the little spicier barbecue, you're going to also love our next salad, which is our Melons and Cukes. This is a little bit of an unusual combination, but it's just really light and refreshing. So we're going to start with the cucumber. I peeled it, cut it into quarters, and then I like to take the seeds out to get the best texture. And I can do that just by taking a spoon and kind of raking down the center of the cucumber. Then I'll cut it lengthwise into strips, and then I can cut across into cubes. And it's ready to go into the bowl. Next, I'd like to show you a really easy way to cut cubes of watermelon. You can start with a quarter watermelon, and I like to use the seedless one. And then you just want to start with a slice that's about 3/4 of an inch thick. Now I'll cut that into lengthwise strips. I'll discard the ends because they're basically all rind. Then I'll cut it crosswise into cubes. And this is just a really fast way to cut the melon, and you get nice even pieces with really no waste at all. You're going to want 2 cups of the watermelon cubes. Next, we're going to want to add a little bit of fresh herb. We have some mint and some cilantro to put on the salad. I'll just pull some of this out of the jar here, and we'll do a rough chop on that. Put that right over the top of the salad, and we are ready for the dressing. Now, the dressing is a combination of extra virgin olive oil, some white balsamic vinegar, lime juice, salt and pepper. It seems a little bit unusual to be putting that on top of the watermelon, but actually if you think about adding salt to your watermelon, it's really a nice way to bring out the sweetness. You add that with the crunch of the cucumber and with the mint. It's just really very, very tasty. Now, this is a very juicy salad, so what I like to do is serve it actually in little individual containers or bowls, and these little plastic tumblers are perfect for serving it outside in the summer. Now, this salad is going to be the very best when you serve it icy cold, so here's a great tip. You can actually take these little cups and just nestle them down into a bowl of ice, especially if you're serving this on a hot summer day or taking it out to your patio. It's a great way to keep the salad really nice and cold. I'm going to add just a little sprig of fresh mint to each one, and this will be ready to enjoy.
Those are beautiful.
Aren't they pretty?
Very pretty. Now we've got one last salad to show you. This is our Pomodoro Siciliano. This works really well as an antipasto serving, but also makes a terrific side dish for any summer barbecue. It's got a beautiful variety of vegetables, green beans, potatoes, artichokes, and it also features heirloom tomatoes. These are these little funny guys here. Heirloom is kind of a broad term that covers a whole bunch of old-fashioned flavored tomatoes that are coming back. They're all a little bit different in appearance and in flavor. So we've added a variety so you can taste them all.
We also want to add some olives. This is very Sicilian to do this. And so we're just going to put a combination of calamatas and green olives. Just spread those right over the top of the platter. Now you can go to the olive bar at Dierbergs and you'll really love the fact that they have a lot of different varieties. And because you can buy just the amount you want of each one.
One got away.
Yep. Sorry. It's a great way to experiment and try all the different flavors to see which ones you like the very best.
That's right. Now the last addition that we added was some fresh mozzarella. If you haven't tried this, it's really going to be different than the traditional pizza cheese you may know. You'll find it in the deli. In the magazine we actually have a little article that'll give you all the information to know. Most important though is that it's sold in water like this to keep it fresh. So you'll want to store it the same way. Just keep it in the packaging. This is the bocconcini size. You can cut that in half. Great addition to your platter.
Let's add a little drizzle of dressing. This is just some balsamic vinegar with some extra virgin olive oil. We also have a little bit of oregano, salt and pepper.
Now we're going to add a simple garnish to this, but we want a flavorful garnish and keep with our Italian theme. So we've got some little basil leaves. We'll just tuck in there. If you can find the little tiny ones, that's nice, but I actually like the great big ones for a little bit more assertive flavor. Beautiful.
Very, very pretty. It's so colorful and flavorful. This is actually a recipe that we got from our special guest chef, Paul Bozzetta. He's going to be joining us in the kitchen next, and he has a complete summer dinner to share with you, Sicilian style. You're not going to want to miss it. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with Paul Bozzetta.